Hey everyone, Kevin here with Divinely Designed, and we're doing a paper crafting video today. I recently got in some Prima products and I am absolutely in love with the Prima Patina paste set and some of the other Prima products I've been using here. You can see here some of the things that I've been distressing. And I just love this sort of patinaed copper look where you get something that it looks like it's been sitting on, the ocean floor for 100 years. And it just has this amazing look and texture to it and just super cool. So I thought I would do a video showing you kind of how I do this and how I've been using the products to kind of get this look. I am using, now you could use kind of any embellishments. I've been using some resin that I have been casting into molds. So I've been using the Amazing Casting Resin, which is a pretty easy product to use. You can get it at most craft stores, but it's a two-part chemical that you mix together, and actually within 5 minutes you can probably unmold it. Now you can certainly use some molds. These are some molds that I made myself from other objects, but I also got from Prima some of their iron orchid molds. These are keyhole molds, and one of the examples I have is from this mold set here. So I've been casting some molds using casting some resin pieces using some different kinds of molds. So here's an example of a couple of molded pieces that I've done recently. And you could use this technique, I think, for almost any kind of embellishment or object that you have, or you could even use it on like a flat piece of paper, I think. But I just really like the process. So the first thing that I've done here is I've covered them with gesso, and I'm not going to film that. It's pretty straightforward, just using a paintbrush and cover them with gesso and let them dry. And I actually think you could probably skip that step, but I think in the end the gesso helps the other patina pastes to stick to some of these resin pieces. I mean, they basically are plastic. So sometimes with plastic you'll get, paint doesn't necessarily adhere, acrylic paint doesn't necessarily adhere to it very well. So I think the gesso will help things sort of stick in place. So I've gone ahead and gessoed my piece, and actually I'm going to use just this one example here. This is a compass kind of a mold that I molded myself from a piece that I bought, and we're going to use this as my example. I'm probably going to speed up the video and do a voiceover here, but let's get started with distressing this object here. Okay, here we go. Okay, as I mentioned, I've already gessoed the piece. Now I'm going to start with the first of the patina paste. This is the copper color. It's really creamy, goes on super easy, and you need just really kind of a thin coat. Adding the kind of bright blue, this has a little bit of a texture to it, and then adding the sort of mint green, which has a really sandy, gritty texture to it. Now, I do find that covering it with a lot of the mint green is really great in terms of giving you a really great final effect here. So I am covering up the majority of the copper, just a tiny little bit peeking through. Now I'm using some of the Memory Hardware Artisan Powders, and these are really cool to add some additional sort of depth to the blue and green side of things. And they also have, you know, a little bit of a texture to them themselves, but I really love the color differentiation they add. And here's where the magic happens. I'm using the Alchemy Metallic Wax. This one is in rich copper to give it that like look of the copper coming through and the patina just sort of sitting below it. Now I'm also using a rose gold to add a little bit of more highlights and some more color depth, and that's really it. I mean, look at that just fantastic end result there. I have a couple of cards I used some of the products on as well. This one, these two both have some Heartfelt Creations flowers on it, but this last piece here just showing you sort of the starting frame and then the final product. And I'm going to leave you with just a couple of still pictures of some of the embellishments I created with the Prima Patina paste. And that's it. Just a short, quick video. Hope you enjoyed it. And thanks very much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.